Welcome back, golfers. So another video of our golf swing change series. If you've not seen the previous videos, make sure you watch them. We're going slow. We're finally to the part where we're hitting golf balls. You saw the recent one was learning the hip bump. So with our swing, the hip bump is actually what causes the set. So let's see if I can go here. So if you saw that video, the hip bump is just a slight. It's not a this, it's just a slight. And what happens is in our swing, when you do the hip bump right, when you do here hip bump, now you set as you come down and your elbow comes in. So we're finally working on just hitting the golf ball. Working on the sequences that I showed you in all the previous videos. Make sure always double check your grip. Or you watch those videos if you have to. Grip's very important. If you don't get that right, you're gonna be messed up before you stop. The release, like we talked about the release, really make sure you get that release down where you're rolling a ball. Work on yellow lighting. But now we gotta work just on sequencing, making it feel natural, rhythmic, and everything else. This one is more of a push and clear. And I think the hardest part of the swing for me is going to time that bump and then do a push and clear. So the way he wants you to do it, so imagine your arms are here. So if you're kind of like an engine, so this is the push, so it's gonna be like a bump and then clear. And you want your core to do it. You don't want your top heavy, you want your shoulders. He calls it being quiet. So even though my shoulders are still gonna be pointed here, we're rotating through our actual core. So that's just gonna take a lot of practice. So we're gonna hit some. Make sure you do the yellow lighting. I think that'll really help you with sequencing. Pretty much you can start here. You don't have to start at the bottom. You just kind of go here. You're just watching where your set is as you're going. You don't really stop, but just give me an idea. Good points, and then swing. So I can tell I was a little too much here instead of here, but that's okay. You have to work on your sequencing, and like I said, this golf swing change, we don't know if it's gonna work or not. And we really don't care about distance. Make sure our posture is good. So I like to yellow light like this, a little fat. So I can tell I'm coming down and I'm too quick. I need to come yellow light, let this be air, let the hands come down, and then swing. Because what I'm doing right now that I noticed, I'm coming down and I'm kind of parachuting all my energy when I really want to have space, come down, but then this is where all your power comes through the release. So it's gonna take a lot of reps. Make sure you record yourself while doing it and just be your hardest teacher. You know what to look for. I showed you where to put the sticks, where you're supposed to be here, where your elbow's in. Don't have your elbow flared out. So record, check all these things. You're gonna have your sticks, make sure you're lined up, and then this is the push and clear. So we're gonna keep working on this. So slow yellow light. So I was a little bit more patient with it, and I hit it better, but I still feel I'm kind of yanking. And guys, this is the part of the golf swing change that I'm trying to motivate you. Unfortunately, if we're not playing great golf right now, or we've been doing it for a while, and we're trying to shoot lower, we're gonna have a lot of bad habits. I have a ton of bad habits. My old swing, it did work, but man, when it was off, I was everywhere. So your bad habits can be different than mine. Mine is yanking, kind of yanking, not letting the space come down, but that's okay. If you have to do 1,000 of these drills until you figure it out, and we don't care about distance, guys. We're just trying to be smooth with yellow lighting. You can see we got like a little baby draw. Launch angle's about 25. I'm just really working on making sure this is parallel, the club's down, all these things I showed you in my video. So just working down, trying to do the bump. Make sure, I have a problem too, where my club twist. Because you're supposed to use your wrist, and as you bump, your wrist kind of does it, makes that, I guess, an upside down, or I guess a V or a Y. So don't get frustrated. If it takes you 1,000, it takes you 1,000. I think it's gonna take me 1,000 by far. So yellow lighting. You're just trying to be patient. Because I'm barely swinging, guys. I'm hitting a pitching wedge right now. And like I said, I don't care about distance. We'll keep working on it. And even if I have to go back, I really got to work on not twisting that club up top. So just keep recording yourself. Whatever swing change you're doing, guys, as long as you're on the right path, you're going to be okay. Oh, that felt good. So I can tell I waited at the bottom. And look how far that, I mean, I wasn't even trying to hit it far. And just because I waited till I came down, I was patient. I let all this air come down. And I used this bottom part to come through. It was actually the most effortless swing I took. And by far the best one. So we'll hit one more here. As we go through, we'll take this back, yellow lighting. Oh, and you can see I did yank it from the top. But as long as you know what you're doing wrong, you can always correct it. So make sure you rewatch the other videos if you haven't, and just keep working on that hip bump, because the hip bump in our swing is what causes the set. You don't set up here before you move. Here, then down.